Welcome in, everybody. We're getting ready for the final Adventures in Wildemount session. 6 years this campaign's gone on, and we are finally at the end. I'll let them tell you what's going on and what happened. Actually, I think I'll cover it, but we're gonna get into it. So tune in, everybody. Stick around. Welcome to the game, everyone. So, as we last left off, he had given you all a choice, and you made your intentions clear. You are not going to let him finish. You are going to risk it all, trillions of lives, and try and take him down. As you all prep for battle, it's time to roll initiative.
Let's go.
Yikes.
Fuck me.
I mean, it's still a fucking 14.
Hold on.
All right. He readies his staff, floats center of the room.
Actually, I'm going to expend a superiority die. Ambush. I can expend one superiority die and add the die to the total roll.
Okay.
And sorry, I have to swap Richter and Wabu. I use the wrong token for each page. So I can change it 16.22 for Richter and 23.22 for Wabu.
Actually, they were both rolled off Wabu's page.
What? Oh, shit. Okay, well, the second roll was for Richter, and Richter has a 9.2 to his initiative.
So
he has
19.2.
Yeah. Apologies about that.
Don't let it happen again.
Last session, y'all are still fucking up your initiatives, bruh. Come on now.
It won't happen again because we're gonna die.
Let me. A superiority die is just a D10, is it not?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, because you rolled a D10 plus 3.
Yeah, well, I clicked on superiority die, or like hit die, I guess. I don't know what a superiority die, which thing I was supposed to click on, but I clicked on the D10. And I guess it just rolled that in as a hit die? Like, I don't know, dude.
Where? Jesus. Y'all are disasters here, man. Where do you get your superiority die?
I got a couple levels in fighter. Battlemaster. And on the sheet, it's just below the temporary hit points box that I clicked. I got like D8, D10, D6.
They are D8s. 4 superiority dice, which are D8s.
Oh, okay.
So a 7.
Yep.
All right. So again, he readies his staff, and you begin to see him wave his hands and whisper something. The death wisps, these strange, almost skull-like wisps of shadow, turn towards you. Some of them begin to move. They dash to get closer. But that's as far as they can get this turn. Wabu, you are up.
Wabu looks around at his friends and closes his eyes and casts a 3rd level bless for 5 bless charges using a 3rd level spell slot and blessing everyone but himself.
Okay.
So everyone now has bless.
So everybody, under your attacks and your saving throws, you should probably have a little box that says 1d4 bless. Please check that box.
Now you know what? Well, Wabu is going to bless himself and use a 4th level spell slot. Everyone's blessed.
Oh, okay. Wabu has gifted
it.
you all some blessings.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Is it?
Wabu.
Friends, he says once more, and that is his healing word, his mass healing word, as he's going to give just a base level spell slot 3 healing word to everyone.
Okay. Everybody gets 19 healing.
Mhm,
Make sure you do not
And then
exceed your maximum.
And then Wabu's going to move. Are we still floating?
Yep.
Okay. Wabu flies over to this panel here and turns and squares up. And the smile on his face when he was talking about his friends fades, and he has a pretty serious look. Pretty crazy.
Okay. Spoonbreaker.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Where is this D4 that I'm supposed to be adding?
Should be underneath of your... Should be in the global attack modifier section and global saving throw modifier field.
Negative. All right. Well, I'll just roll a D4. All right. So I'm gonna cast.
Hold on a sec. I'm adding them real quick. All right, so your global attack modifier field underneath of your attacks, and you'll see the global save modifier right underneath your saving throws. There's now something there that says 1d4 bless.
Oh, sick. Really blessed.
You are blessed.
And I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame. On this fool. Oh.
Okay. Dex save. That is a fail. Yeah, you begin to utter the words and you lock eyes with this, well, for lack of a better term, lock eyes with this creature. Its shadowy form suddenly brightens. You can see the skull outlined in golden flames. It actually screams. But the flames subside.
And oh, I'm hasted still, so I'm gonna cast that again.
You are not hasted still.
I'm not hasted. You're right. End of my turn.
All right. Zulamine.
Questions. What's he holding?
He's holding a staff.
Cool. Next question. Is this blue portal opaque? As in, can I hide behind it?
Actually, once you guys all came through, it is gone.
Aha.
The connecting side was destroyed when you guys exited, because the room was being destroyed as you guys were running, right?
Got it. Okay. In that case, I will use favored foe, and I will take a shot at him.
What a shame. That is a miss.
Okay.
As your arrow flies in, he just shifts his staff to the side in front of his face. It hits the staff and just falls down into nothing below him. That one will do it, though.
Cool. And I'd like to expend a superiority die to try and disarming attack him.
Okay.
And I think I said those are D8.
I believe that adds to the damage, if I remember correctly. I think your maneuver and your superiority die, are they the same?
No clue. I think they are. It says I expend a superiority die to attempt to disarm him. And I add the roll from the superiority die to the damage, and he has to make a strength saving throw against that.
I don't think it's against the damage. I think it's against your maneuver DC.
Let me click.
Yeah, so it's not against that. It is against your maneuvers DC. So the DC equals your proficiency bonus plus your strength or dexterity modifier. So 8 plus 6 is 14. And what is your dex modifier?
Strength stronger, but dex is 8.
All right, so 14 plus 8. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so 22. All right, well, let me remove his health first. 11 and 22, or sorry, 23 is 34. And 8. 4 and 8 is 42. 6 is 48. Oh, not bad. And a strength save. That is a 24.
Fuck balls. All right, I'll shoot him again for a try. Fuck me.
That is a miss.
I can't roll for shit tonight. Okay. Fucking fuck. Yeah, that's me. Actually, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move over to here, and that's me.
Hey. That one's gonna dash. These death wisps all seem to be rushing towards each of you. Whoever seems to be closer for the most part. They all seem to be closing in, and you all can see the withered face of Saz Tam, his rotten teeth smiling. Okay. It's going to be interesting. Well, let's start out strong, shall we? What is the range on that? 120 feet, huh? Beautiful. Bell, not the... Okay, cool. All right, I guess I got to do this one manually.
Push me to the edge.
His mouth opens extremely wide, much larger than it should, almost unhinging like a snake. And he looks from right to left. And the loudest banshee wail you have ever heard in your life rips out. You believe you may go deaf. Your vision fills with blood. As you all make a charisma saving throw, please. Richter and Spoonbreaker.
Yes.
Sorry. Apologies. Got interrupted there. Richter and Spoonbreaker, you two are the only ones who did not fail. You take half of the damage and you are not stunned. It is psychic damage. Everybody else takes the full amount, 79, and you are stunned until the end of your next turn. Richter and Spoonbreaker, you two seem to handle it much better than the others. But as you look around, you can see the rest of them are gripping their head, eyes closed, blood seeping from their ears and nose and eyes. You all feel like your brain is about to get extracted through your nose. Richter, you're up.
Yeah, that like smokes the group, and Richter is trying to move forward. He's going to okay. Zaztam's right here, right? That's him.
It is.
Richter is going to send 2 motes of Crown of Stars at Zaztam.
Okay.
And those are the last 2 motes that he has active at the moment. Sure.
Far away from him.
95.
Damn. Okay. So they are both hits.
Richter is going to back up. I think I can get to there. One moment. Let me measure. Oh, he can't. But he can get to here. Yeah, Richter's going to step on. No, he's flying. So if I'm flying, I don't have to step on it, right?
You don't have to.
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna fly over here.
Okay. So as you retreat backwards, you release 2 motes of your Crown of Stars, the last 2 that are circling your head. He raises his hand as if he's going to try to block it. He manages to not get any kind of reaction off in time as both of these hit him, burning pieces of robes. However, even as you retreat, you notice the holes in his robes quickly repair themselves.
Richter does notice that.
Uh-huh.
Richter's gonna tell everyone psychically and yell out at the same time. I don't think we're doing much to him, and he's going to psychically think about the group that's over in the corner here and think about what the hell's going on over there. I think we might have to disrupt something. I think we might have to
To be clear, I said
Perhaps.
his robes repaired.
Richter's just going to point that out to everyone. His robes are repairing.
Okay.
Let it be known.
It is known.
Maybe he doesn't like being naked.
Death wisps seem to be getting closer. Ash, you're up.
I am stunned, so I am doing nothing.
That is correct.
Sadness.
Wise choice.
Death wisps all continue to move. Phoenix. My boy, that was... I didn't realize you rolled that badly. God damn.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah,
Yeah, your
Initiative.
initiative.
yeah, I crit. I may be stunned, but I'll have you know I'm choosing to do nothing.
All right.
So there.
Wise choice.
Oh wait,
Shoot.
hang on. Please hold. Can I be stunned?
Pretty sure you can.
He's
You
got
have that.
martial arts. He should be able to avoid that shit.
You also have that potion. I don't know if that does anything for this sort of thing. I think it's only resistance.
Oh,
on
that's
damage.
gone.
Oh, okay.
No, I think it's just charmed and frightened. Yeah, and disease and poison. Nope. Okay. Yeah, we're good.
I know some barbarians can't be stunned or charmed, but that's it.
Yeah, that potion wore out between fights.
That makes sense.
Did it only last for a minute or was it an hour?
I thought it was a minute.
Potion of invulnerability, right?
Yeah.
Stunned is different than paralyzed or restrained, right?
Stunned is its own condition, yes.
Just checking.
Yeah, 1 minute. Okay. I want Richter and Spoonbreaker, since the two of you are the only ones who are not stunned. I want the two of you to make me a perception. Damn, Richter.
Yeah.
Spoonbreaker. You hear massive wings beating from the dark shadowed clouds above you. As lightning strikes in this cloud, you're sure you see a massive form, although the lightning seems to be you're able to see the lightning through parts of its body.
Storm or a being?
The creature in the storm, in the clouds above. Remember, above you and below you, the clouds,
Yeah.
shadowy, purple and green lightning, so on.
It's starting to ring a bell. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna inform. It's just me and Richter. I'm gonna let Richter know to know what's going on when they wake up. Or are they stunned? Is stunned like they are conscious? They just can't move.
Yeah,
They-
we can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, then I'll
yeah.
just let the group know. Yeah. That the vibe is not good. And that there is a lightning creature that doesn't affect me, but it's probably a problem for the rest of you guys.
Ash, I'm guessing a 16 does not hit you.
No.
All right, this death wisp comes in, and you see shadowy tendrils reaching from its body as its the skull in the center, mouth agape, reaches towards you. It seems a little slow, though, on the attack, and you just kind of put your shield up.
Good dodge.
Wabu is stunned.
Yes.
Spoonbreaker.
So a Spoonbreaker is a little concerned for his friend. Going to use his chain and lightning spell.
Okay. And which 4 creatures is it?
2, 3. Hold on.
Leave the all of the other creatures have to be within 30 feet of your first target.
Fucking lame. Wait, what if I make it a distance spell? Does that count?
Link me your distance spell.
Oh no. It's not added on my sheet. Rip.
It should be.
It should be, yeah.
Meta magic distance
because-
spell.
Yeah, I don't think I added it. That was my bad.
And you got the extra ones from your armor, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, cast spell has a range. And let me see your chain lightning, please. All right, 150 feet. I feel like it is not supposed to work that way, but I think For the rule of cool, I'll allow it.
Plus sorcery point.
Yep, 1 sorcery point. So normally the range is just like how far away something can be for you to cast it. So technically, I think your range of 150 feet would be doubled, but the rest of it would not. However, rule of cool, you guys are level 20. Got some extra ability, more than most people do. Send it.
Boommaker's got the mojo.
Heck yeah. Oh no, I forgot my. Oh no, hold on.
Yep. Oh my god, look at all them ones.
I forgot my thing. Hold on.
A lot of 6s though.
God damn, dude. God damn. All right. Dex save against your DC of 25. One of them succeeded. What is your damage? Oh, never mind. It's right there. 50,
Plus 14.
56. Give me a perception. And you cast this at level 6, right?
Yeah.
These creatures do not seem to be affected as much as you were hoping.
Of course not.
Tell me, do you have something in your set pieces that allows you to bypass immunity? I know somebody has it. Can't remember if it is you or not.
That doesn't sound familiar. Hold on. Oh, yes. Your lightning and thunder spells treat immunity like resistance and bypass resistance.
Okay.
The Aegis of the Storm.
Okay. At first, they seem to not mind. Suddenly, the shadows around these floating skulls begin to agitate quickly, almost as if a wind. They swirl, and you can see the electricity filling the eye sockets or dissipating. Anything else?
Springbrick is gonna fly over to here, try to set up for a good position to help the team.
All right.
And the end of my turn.
All right. You can delete your line.
What line?
The line you drew between the two targets.
See it. Don't see it.
You don't see a line there? Right.
I don't see a line either.
Cool. I guess it's just going to stay there then.
Sorry, I didn't know I drew.
No,
one.
it's not you. It's the fucking. I think it's the new update. Maybe it's acting weird lately. There's a few things that are not working properly. But Sulamine, you're up.
Stunned.
Right. All right, so we got 3 attacks coming. First one is at Wabu. And then the next 2 are at Spoonbreaker.
Okay.
We have a 31 to hit Wabu.
Yep.
38 necrotic damage as the tendrils reach out and grip him around the head. Con saving throw, please. Your maximum hit point is reduced by the damage of 38 necrotic.
Right.
Spoonbreaker. Wow. Yeah, neither of those are hits at all. Nowhere near. Good thing, too. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm dissect.
All right. So, Saz Tam's turn. Man, I keep forgetting he has legendary actions. Silly me.
He just enjoyed us being stunned.
Yeah, apparently. Okay, let's use one of these. How about okay. $20-foot radius. That works. Spoonbreaker. Phoenix and Ash. Around you. Swirling cloud of smoke. White hot embers appear around you. Okay. How it appears. Each creature, dex saving throw, please. Spoonbreaker, Ash, and Phoenix. Richter, you took damage. I need concentration on your bless, by the way. There is no bless. Bless has dropped.
That
I get
It
advantage.
probably didn't matter for any of us.
Dex save. So can I roll again?
I'm gonna give it to you for your danger sense, yeah.
That's a little bit better.
Yeah, it is. It is, isn't it? Okay. $59 fire damage. None of you passed.
Brutal.
Smoke fills your lungs. The cinders in the smoke burn your flesh. You hack and you cough. And you hear. You didn't think I would make this easy for you, did you? Richter.
Richter is going to cast a crown of stars. Let me just double check something. I do have one spell scroll left for this, which I'm using. Now I have 0. So it's action to cast the crown of stars, and then I'm going to use the bonus action to send 1 mote of crown of stars at the death wisp in front of Wabu.
Okay. Yeah, as you look over, want to make sure you can see God's presence is heavily obscured. I'm gonna say I need you to make a perception to see if you can see what's even happening on the other side. Because it specifies heavily obscured, which means you probably can't see. It's gonna be very high. It was Incendiary Cloud, Spoonbreaker. Spoonbreaker, you don't have evasion, do you? Or do you have fire resistance? Okay, no, then you take the full damage. 59. I'll give it to you with that. Yeah, you can see him. It takes you a moment to line up your shot, but you send this mote spiraling outwards. This creature that's wrapping its tendrils around Wabu and bringing itself closer to Wabu's face suddenly bursts into white glowing flames. Wabu's got to shake his head for a moment as the creature disappears.
Richter will just grit his teeth and not move.
As one disappears, the other takes its place, dashing. Phoenix. Oops, didn't mean to attack twice. Does a 28 hit you?
Yeah.
41 necrotic.
There's 3 more than you needed.
And give me a con save.
I'm unconscious.
It's still a con save.
Nope.
That is a pass. You do not lose that from your maximum. Ash, you watch as Phoenix drops on the tile as his life force is drawn out by this creature. What would you like to do?
Uh, fuck. Shit. I don't know. I don't have any healing potions left, so that's not gonna work. I'm going to hit the one that dropped Phoenix. Recklessly, of course. And where's my
Sure, which is a straight roll.
why?
Because you are inside of a heavily obscured smoke cloud.
Oh, right. Sorry. Do you want me to re-roll it?
No, a 27 will still hit. Sorry, you do not have bless. A 23 will hit. So,
What happened to my bless?
Richter lost concentration.
Oh, I thought a Wabu casted it.
Yeah, but Richter's wanting Wabu.
Right. Okay.
Yes, that is correct. He rolled a 10 as Wabu, which was not nearly enough.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I was confused.
23, so that is 36, 46, 55. Yeah, you hit this thing really hard. You feel some resistance as your maul goes through this creature. It kind of goes down with the maul for a moment before it pops back up, looking angrily at you.
I will do it again.
Okay.
21 to hit.
Uh-huh. 30, 42, 40. Yeah. As you hit it this time, you feel it connect with the skull inside. And as it the shadows kind of flash away from it, the skull drops down.
Now I have a question.
Uh-huh.
I would like to use some of my movement to get out of this space, but just to go basically where it was. Okay. However, I also want to pick up Phoenix. Can I pick him up as a free action? Since he's not really conscious, he's an object interaction.
By raw, no.
As a bonus action, because I still have my bonus action left to pick him up.
Have your bonus action.
I just want to move us both one square so that we're not in this circle.
And you realize, well, you're holding him, you can't swing your maul, right?
I am perfectly aware.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Phoenix and I are moving here to this square. Phoenix, you're
Indeed.
yourself, but we're no longer in the red stuff.
Okay. Very
And
well.
that's
Another death wisp rushes in at Wabu. This time he's more ready, and he uses his staff to deflect the tendrils. Okay, it will get to there. However, it cannot attack. Phoenix, you know the drill. All
it
right.
was Wob that I casted guidance on, correct? Or was it Phoenix? Because I normally do cast it on Phoenix. But I think last game I actually casted it on Wabu.
It would be over because you cast
No,
it.
it's 24 hours. It lasts 24 hours.
Guidance?
Yes. I can bring up the spell if you want.
Guidance lasts 1 minute.
Those don't clear until a short or long rest, right?
Sorry, not guidance. Gift of resilience. My God. It's 24 hours.
Advantage on the first 3 death saving throws it attempts.
Yeah, I can't remember if that's why I'm asking Phoenix. Did I cast it on you or did I cast it on Wabu? Because if I casted it on you, you should be rolling with advantage here.
Well, Wabu has
I-
rolled many death saves without advantage.
So then it must
I
be.
don't. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Well, shit. If nobody remembers this.
I'm going to allow it. You guys gotta keep track of this shit. Got to. Roll again, Phoenix. And to answer your question, yes, they reset on a short or long rest.
Which we have not had.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
This.
Okay. Ash, as you pick up Phoenix and move him out, you pick him up, you can see his chest raising, but as you hold him close to you, he goes even more limp. He becomes dead weight. You can no longer feel him breathing on your shoulder. Wabu. Or sorry, Phoenix. As you draw your last breath, you find yourself shunted. Which god is yours again? That Brilliant?
Please hold.
The Dawnflower.
Aaron Ray.
Okay. You find
God of
yourself in blinding light.
Send him back.
However, as the light begins to burn your eyes, it suddenly dims. And before you, standing in full plate mail, breathing heavily, kneeling on one knee. Phoenix, you have done well. The voice is weak, clearly dying. We'll get back to the
Not
rest
well
on
enough,
your
it
turn.
seems.
Ulamine.
Yes.
Does a 27 hit?
Shield.
Sorry, what?
Shield. No.
Okay. As it begins to try to wrap its tendrils around you. Use your reaction to cast shield. Although it starts to wrap its tendrils around you, it has no effect. On the far side of the room, the wings flapping suddenly go silent, and out of the clouds in the ceiling emerges a Dracolich. Having sustained Shadow Dragon, I think. My bad. Both, actually. This particular creature matches the description that Jean had given you of his son who had been turned. You hear it roar. Saztam! You promised me I could take care of them. The allies of my father will fall before me. Yes, yes, fine. Do what you will. He begins to swing in towards you all.
Someone needs to SOS to John.
It begins to swing around to the north. However, it dashed, so its turn is over. Ash, this one's going to attack you.
Yep.
28 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
38 necrotic, and a con save, please. Wow.
Woo-wee!
Ooh, a 40.
Not only do you resist your hit point maximum being reduced, but you're only going to take half damage. That is a 19 necrotic instead of a 38.
Nice.
That one's a miss. Another one reaches in and you kind of like sidestep it a little bit as it kind of flies past you. It fails. It's going to take the, what was it, 8d6, I think? And D8. Oops. It will then swing back around outside. Waboo.
I'm just looking up something. Can Wabu see Phoenix?
Perception. Barely.
Okay.
He can see what looks to be a furry creature through the smoke as the smoke swirls. He's catching glimpses.
One moment. Okay. Wabu is going to use his cape of the Montebank and Dimension Door away from these death wisps
Okay.
down to the bottom here.
Other death wisps.
No, he's going to. Yeah, he's. No, he goes to here.
Okay.
And he is going to look at Ash. I guess that was an action, right? When you use
Yes,
that,
it
and
is.
less likely the action. He's going to then give a. Let's gotta check something here. Ooh. We're gonna do a mass healing word. At level 6. I'm just gonna see the range here. Moment, I'm gonna cast it. Hold on here. Can't find. Here it is. It's 60 feet. So everyone within 60 feet of me gets. I don't think that D4 should. Oh yes, it is. Sorry.
I need
You
2
get-
perceptions.
2 perceptions. Everyone gets 22 healing within 60, but maybe not.
Yep, everybody.
Nice. I think that is everyone. So everyone gets 22 healing, except for. Well, that doesn't revive Phoenix. He's dead, so he doesn't.
Yeah.
Get anything. He doesn't get anything.
I was just about to say, because you said everyone, and I was like, pardon?
No, sorry, old chap.
No, I meant Blair said everyone. That's why I was confused, because I figured you were rolling a perception to see if he would notice I was dead.
No,
But
it was so
Wabu-
that he could see if he could see Richter and Spoonbreaker, who are still in the either in the cloud or on the other side of the cloud.
Gotcha.
Wabu has his eyes set on Phoenix and Ash in this dire scenario here, and that's Wabu.
Yeah, as Wabu, you try to heal everybody. You notice that Phoenix, his wounds His withered frame does not return to normal. He is unmoving, arms and legs dangling as Ash holds him. Spoonbreaker. Hello?
I'm sorry. I was in the middle of something. Anyways, my turn. I'm going to.
Did you heal?
Nope, I didn't heal. Sorry, I didn't know that I needed to heal.
22?
Thanks. So I'm going to use my rabbit hop. Actually, I'm not going to use rabbit hop. Going to use a level 2 chromatic orb, lightning, and twinned.
At who?
The two in front of me.
Attacks will be at disadvantage because you were within 5 feet for a ranged attack.
All right, then I will send it at the two over here.
That will still be at disadvantage because you have enemies within 5 feet.
Okay, so it didn't matter either way. I'll just send it at the two fucking in front of me.
I'm
dude.
saying
Jeez.
I'm saying if you don't want disadvantage, you said you were going to use your bunny hop. That might be your best option.
Gonna just forego it. Oh, shit.
So 20 or 31. Disadvantage is a 20. It is a hit. And the two in front of you? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Separate attacks. So give me another D20. See if you hit with the first one. All right. 4 and 17 is 21. Okay, so they do hit. And what type of damage?
Lightning. Forgot to add those.
E6, 39. As the lightning hits the first one, it kind of explodes. The shadowy wisps dissipating around it. The skull shattering into fragments, falling to the shadow clouds beneath you. Second one does take the damage, however, it is still up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna use my tempestuous magic.
Okay.
Really? Yeah. And this is opaque. I can't see through this.
Correct. Even with your true sight, you cannot see through that because it's not magical darkness. It is an effect.
Uh, yeah, tempestuous magic is my bonus action, isn't it?
It sure is.
Cool. All right.
Oops, wrong one. He's going to use a legendary action. He disappears from his place and reappears to the south. Sulamine, you're up.
Disengage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to take a couple shots at him.
Sure.
And if that's a hit, I'm going to use a hit die, or superiority die, excuse me, to attempt to disarm him. That's just a 3.
That is a 25. I believe means they pass.
Cool. Shoot him again. And that is me. Can I see how he's looking, by the way? Probably still fresh as a daisy.
Oh yeah, he's still good to go.
Lovely.
Okay. You end your turn. Now the turn of Death Whisper. It races towards Wabu, missing its attack. And at the end of the turn, cast a I need a wisdom save, Sulamine.
Hold the dead, huh?
Huh?
Hold the dead, huh?
How,
All right, I
how do you
lose.
know that?
It's a guess. It's what I'd use if I were a necromancer. I mean, I'm already damaged, so it gets the higher damage for the cantrip.
24.
Cool.
You hear ringing in your ears as a bell tolls, leeching your life force. 24 damage. With his turn, he saving throw. That is a fail. He loses concentration on the incendiary cloud. Okay, and the size of this is 60-foot radius sphere. Everybody, con save, please.
Everybody?
Everybody. Oops.
Oh, you moved it. Okay.
No, I fucked that up. Hold on a sec. Okay. A sphere of negative energy ripples its way from a center point. You all feel shadow and necrotic energies seeping into your skin, leaching the life force from your body. If you have resistance, you can have this. Otherwise, you each take 42 damage.
Resistance to what?
Necrotic.
Ah.
Don't fight it. Give in. After all, if you die, trillions will be reborn.
How much damage?
42 without resistance. And Richter, it is your turn.
Richter will call out to Sulamine and say, do you need haste?
I would love haste.
And Richter casts haste on Sulamine. And then will send one of the motes at the wisp that's right right here.
All
This
right.
one.
Yeah, that's a hit. Shadows
Yes.
turn to brightness for an instant as it turns to look at you.
Richter has a very grim look on his face. But determined. As he's not moving.
One charges at Moonbreaker. $29 to hit. Spoonbreaker.
Yeah, that hits.
36 necrotic damage, and give me a con save.
I'm down.
Give me the con save anyway. Success. Richter, you see Spoonbreaker go down.
What hit him? Like, was it a death wisp? Yeah.
Ash.
As a bonus action, I'm going to put Phoenix down. As
Even
a
him
free
floating?
action,
Where? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
well, ideally closer to Wabu, so on my left, so that he's still in range of Wabu.
So floating?
Uh,
Remember, there's
yeah.
no ground. You guys are floating. The tiles are the ground, and they are also used as teleportations.
Yeah, I want him near Wabu. If I put him on my other side, then Wabu's gonna have to go all the way around, potentially.
Okay.
So yeah. And does it take an action to call John using my dragon mark?
I believe you all have to do it, do you not?
Didn't read that.
I remember correctly, you have to, like, be together and commune.
We just have to be within 50 feet of each other.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, no.
10
10
feet.
feet of 10 feet of each
At
other.
least 4
Ah.
characters within 10 feet.
Okay, well, I'm gonna then just tell everybody around us. I think we need to gather round. At least 4 of us need to be alive to do this. And I would like to call John and let him know his son is here, because that was, well, one of the things that we had to do. And I have a feeling that might help us, because John might come, hopefully. And then since that's a thing, and I put him down, and as a free action, I grab my, well, I still have my maul in my hand. I was just holding him, so I guess that's no free action. But I'm gonna hit the guy north to me then.
Sure. And while you do that, Richter, I want you to roll me an Arcana, please. Advantage. Go ahead, make your attack, Sash.
Sorry, what did you say? A con save?
Arcana, advantage. Okay, Ash. That's the one to the north? Yeah. You want to describe that shit? Damn.
The skull breaks in half when I hit it with my maul, and it just disappears.
All right.
And then I'm going to use movement, and I'm gonna step next to Wabu, and I'm gonna hit this other guy. $25 to hit.
Yeah, this one also, in less of a flash of light, breaks apart, disappears.
And Richter rolled his Arcana.
Richter, you know that to use the dragon mark, you must be on the same plane of existence. You know that you are not. You are, in fact, in a small demi-plane.
Richter will call back and say that it'll be futile unless John is on this plane. He won't hear us. We're in this alone.
I have a question.
Unless,
Go ahead, continue. But I have a question.
the only way we can do it is with the sending spell, because the sending spell you can contact anybody on any plane of existence. Which
Our sending stone we have is for what's her name, isn't it? And she's dead now. Sakura.
Yep.
Okay, and then my question, since Richter blew my bubble on that one. I have the
Sorry.
ability. That's okay. I have the ability to cast Blink, which lets me go to a different plane of existence. If I'm holding Phoenix, can I take him with me?
Give me a sec. Let me read the spell.
So Richter has sending, but it's not prepared.
Damn it. Okay.
Sad.
No, you don't. You only take
No, I don't.
yourself.
Ah,
And you only go to the ethereal plane.
yeah. Well, isn't that where Phoenix is right now, though, technically?
What?
Talking to his god?
That is not. No, the ethereal plane is where you go when you use things like invisibility spell, greater invisibility, shit like that.
Oh.
You can still be touched by something from the material plane. You're just invisible.
Right. Yeah, okay, well, I don't have any action left, so yeah, I am good then, I guess.
All right, it's going to get to there. $23 to hit Wabu.
Sorry, what was that?
23 to hit Wabu.
That hits.
30 necrotic damage and a con save. Your hit point maximum is reduced by 30.
Okay. It's reduced by 68 now.
Damn.
Yeah.
Phoenix. As you stand before your deity, slowly losing the life force, you have done all you could. You have embodied everything I would expect of my chosen. But it is not yet time to rest. Your allies do not know it yet. But even if they win this fight, it is over. He has destroyed enough of the realms that they are uninhabited or uninhabitable. Right now, across many of the realms, strong casters and peoples are opening portals, flooding to a new world unknown to him. We have used much of our power to protect this place from him. I can use the last of my power to meld us together. and send us to that world. There is no magic. There is no gods. But that plane is in a turmoil of its own. He reaches a hand out. If you accept, take my hand.
But what of my friends?
When they leave that demi-plane, their world is gone. It will be up to their deities to try to save them and themselves. This is a choice for you and you alone.
There's no way for me to help them?
If I send you back, we are both dead. Your friends will also die. And if they are given the same choice, don't you think they would want to do what they can to save a world that can still be saved?
Phoenix is distraught, but he nods. And he reaches out his hand.
You reach out and you take your god's hand. And we'll come back with what happens on your turn.
Zaztan begins laughing, and I become one of his generals. It was a trick.
That's not a bad idea. I hadn't thought about doing that, but
That'd be fucking
no,
wild.
I've got some other things planned. He can only get to there. Malfenzias gets closer. No. He gets closer. Let's see.
Oh, is that the name of the shitheel dragon?
Yeah, Morpheus.
Pawn save. Everybody who is left.
Everybody who's left or everybody in the cone?
Everybody in the cone, sorry. Okay. Ash, you take You're immune to poison, so you take 18 necrotic damage.
Okie dokie.
Richter, you're immune to poison as well, are you not?
Yes.
You take 36 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Wabu. He's not immune to poison or has any resistance to necrotic or poison, right?
That's correct. Yep.
A grand total of 78 damage.
Wabu's
70,
down.
77, sorry.
Okay, hold on here. Oh no, yeah, Wabu's down.
Ash, you can hear Malthenzia's laughing. Wisps of shadow writhing around his body. You will fall just like my father.
Yeah? Your father told me you were a pussy.
And yet, he is the one lying dead on the side of a mountain.
You kiss your mother with that mouth?
Nice.
Who do you think killed my mother? Each laughs. A death wisp.
It needs a timeout.
I'm gonna say, hoping they rebuild the world. They have therapists. Jesus.
Right.
The death wisp closes in on Richter. That's a miss. Wabu.
Okay, Wabu. One moment.
Okay.
Quick question.
Yep.
You want me to DM it to you? It's the question: what happens when you get 3, and what happens for carryovers? Because I have 3 of one.
Are
But
they
those are from
successes?
4, right? Those are from the they are. They're from the previous.
Then they're gone. Successes wipe.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Apologies.
All gravy.
We don't hang on
Wa-
to the good here. We only hang on to the bad.
Yeah, and Wabu, in his mind, again, is just like a baby Wabu on a rock in the sun.
Spoonbreaker. Whisper me your death save, please. You type /W to GM or /WGM. It will whisper me the answer for the question I just asked you, Spoonbreaker. All right. Do you have a memory you wish to share?
Spoonbreaker's eyes are hazy, and you can just hear the sound of fluid hitting water. And then she looks down and realizes that she has scales and is pissing into a toilet like a man.
Okay. Sulamine.
I'm going to use my bonus to action to do what I just posted.
Okay.
So haste doubles my movement, and I'm going to sprint. My base movement's 35, sprints doubles 70, haste doubles 140, shadow absorption doubles 280.
I'm sorry. Break that down for me one more time.
Sure, so my base movement's 35.
Uh-huh.
I've used shadow absorption, but I'm going to sprint, use my action to sprint. So that
Okay.
gets me to 70 movement, but haste doubles it, which is 140. Shadow absorption doubles it, which is 280.
You have haste?
Yeah. Richter gave me haste.
Oh, I thought he gave it to
Yeah.
Spoonbreaker. Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, full
you good?
send.
No,
Did he?
yeah, I gave it to. No, I gave it to you. I called out to you
Okay.
specifically and asked. Yeah,
I
Okay,
thought
yeah.
so.
Full
yeah,
send.
yeah. You have haste.
280 movement. Man's
Oh.
the Flash in this bitch. Let's go. What are you doing?
Trying to get some cover. What is this thing over here on the left?
That is where the ritual is taking place.
Cool. Well, I am going to haul ass past that through the door beyond. I'll post the movement so you can see what it looks like.
There is no doors.
Bro, there's a door there.
No, there's no doors. These are all solid walls, my boy.
But I can see a hallway beyond.
Yeah, so can I.
Fucking where?
Right behind the ritual, there's a door, and then you can see tiles behind it.
That's just the fucking map. The map ends here. These are walls, guys.
Oh, okay, well, it looks like a door.
Fuck me running. Okay. Change of plan. I'm going to attack one of these characters on the ritual and see if I can interrupt the ritual at least. Is that it?
It sure does. It hits a force field surrounding the ritual casters.
Cocksucker. Sorry, Ash. Alright, then I'm going to dump my last dude's ass to him.
Okay.
And I'll use a superiority die to try and disarm him.
All right, so give me 2d8.
Fuck my life.
You didn't roll it properly. That's why I came up like that.
Oh, okay, let me try it again. You there, Savage?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was answering somebody.
Oh, my bad.
Hey, fine.
Yeah.
What's the DC?
It's 22 plus whatever the superiority die yields.
No, it's just 22.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
That is a fail, but he's going to use a legendary resist.
Let's see.
Yeah, as he starts to fumble the staff, he manages to grab it at the last second before he drops it.
And I'll shoot him one more time. Can I use a superiority die this time or no?
Yep. That is a success.
Bastard. That's all I got. Game over, dude.
Hey, does anybody remember that room where our friends were hanging and shit?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember my friend's guts getting ripped out when he fell from the ceiling.
Yeah, you guys remember that thing that somebody had in their pocket?
Yeah, it was in your pocket, and I plan to pickpocket you. I just
'Kay.
need more turns.
Okay.
Actually, Ash, he
Yeah.
fucking gave it to you.
Mm, when did he
Yeah.
give it?
And as soon as he grabbed it.
No, it's in my bag.
No, it's in his pocket. He
Yeah,
pocketed it.
it's in my bag.
Dude, I'm dead certain that you asked how to work it and then you handed it to Ash.
Nope. No,
No,
I popped it in my pocket.
Yeah, I had just made a comment that it
I was just
looked
gonna
like a really small
put it
boomstick.
somewhere over here, but if it's
Yeah.
guy's plans.
I had pulled it out and asked, was it Sakura, the one that lived, what
Mm-hmm.
it was and how to use it. She explained, and then I put it back in my bag.
Oh, I was dead certain you gave it to Ash, but all right.
No, I just wanted to bring that up without saying anything. Just make sure somebody knew about it without me being like table talk, being like, "Hey, I have this thing in my bag that somebody should take." You know?
I'm not gonna lie. I was wondering if anybody was gonna remember that shit.
I forgot about
Yeah.
it.
Uh-huh.
No, I was fully saving it for this guy, but then my dice betrayed me in the highest way possible, and I didn't get a turn. So if I was using a real D20 in this game, it would be under a sledgehammer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I don't doubt.
Bad dice.
Remember what the range on that was?
However far you can throw it.
Yeah.
You hit.
Right, but when it explodes, what's the range on the explosion?
You don't know.
I don't think that's relevant.
Okay.
You are
At this
unaware.
point, walk up and stuff it in his fucking chest.
So the only thing Sakura told you is that she's pretty sure you push the button and you throw it.
Yeah. I mean, the way my health was, and yeah, my plan was literally just to use my feline agility, get to him, and just fucking pop it off and blow us both up. That way there was no mistakes.
Yeah, that was my plan, but I just don't know if I can get there fast enough without,
Yeah,
with
you got
pickpocketing, grabbing it, arming it, and running.
you got stubby legs.
I got 60 feet if I dash. So, or no, 70 feet if I dash. But yeah, he's like 80 some feet away.
Hey, Sulamine.
Yeah. Wisdom save.
I would like you to do a... How do you know it's a wisdom save?
Because he's a necromancer. That's a lot of what their stuff is based in. It could be wrong as hell.
It is a wisdom save.
Bye-bye.
And you hear...
I need haste.
Kill that halfling for me, would you please? Find yourself unable to control your actions.
Did Richter see? Well, I'm too far anyways. Never mind.
As you turn towards Richter and begin to aim your bow.
Good thing my turn's over.
Richter.
With this whole conversation happening, Richter will cast haste on. We were talking about this device out loud, right? Or
There was no conversation. I'm dead.
okay, well, Richter is unaware of the device, I would say, at the moment. And has a whole bunch of wisps in his face. So is not thinking about that, Ash. So you'll have to communicate that to him. In the meantime, he's going to cast a big. Oh wait. Remember, I was going to change something here. I changed my mind. I just have to take a look at a spell radius within 10 feet. Character is going to move. Richter's going to move to here, so he moves through these two spaces.
Okay.
It's going to have to be here because he doesn't want to get.
It's got to go over, or remember, your arrow goes vertical or diagonal. Or sorry, vertical or horizontal.
Oh, okay. Spoon. Richter looks over at Spoonbreaker. Is he still conscious?
He's unconscious. He's down.
Sorry, is he still breathing?
Give me a medicine. Yeah.
Okay, back to plan A. Richter is going to cast a 8th level frickin' Thunderbolt. Straightforward.
Thunderbolt?
Sorry.
Lightning bolt?
Lightning bolt. And I didn't change my dice. And it's going to hit these 3 here. Oh, it doesn't.
No, it does not.
Richter's going to move to here and then do it this way. Yeah, to hit the 2 right there.
Okay. So we need dex save.
And the dragon.
I got him. I got him. Okay. So we've got.
I have to re-roll the radiant damage. It would be so casting it at level 8. Do I get all those extra radiant dice?
Your radiant dice is based on not the level of the spell.
Okay,
It's just
so
based on you
D6.
get 3 extra damage dice.
Okay,
So, yeah.
I'm gonna re-roll 3d6. So it's 12 instead of 7. Unless you want to keep the 7, I'll allow whatever you want.
42 and 12 is 54. That one succeeds. That one poofs out of existence. That one. Yeah, your lightning bolts releases from your hand, striking all three of your targets. One of them dodged partially out of the way and doesn't take much damage. One erupts into nothingness, while the other one, you see this lightning slam into the shadow dragon's body. The shadows around it suddenly almost look like clouds, bright and radiant for a moment with the lightning strike. It convulses midair. You are next, little creature.
You in hell, Richter says as he sends one more mote to the one that's right in front of Spoonbreaker.
Disadvantage.
Switching proper dice.
Hey. That is 50. Okay. Your moat strikes this creature. And as you look around, you realize you've backed yourself into a corner. You may not be long for this world, just like your allies.
Yeah, Richter just stands firm, just attacking and just fighting hard.
It rushes in at you, but still in pain from your last attack. It manages. You are easily able to parry its attack.
My turn.
Yep.
What's it going to take to pickpocket Phoenix for
Object
the little
interaction.
stick? Okay. I am going to use an object interaction and I'm going to pickpocket him for the little boomstick. And then as an action, I'm going to take my last potion of speed.
Uh-huh.
And then as my next action, I'm going to boot my ass over to
Before you do that, can she only get one item with what she's doing?
With an object interaction, yes.
Okay.
Wants to use her bonus action, then she can get a second item.
what else is in your bag, Phoenix?
That she would know about.
The healing potion I gave you, maybe?
Is that a thing you might be interested in?
It's a thing that I might need. But that's okay. It's fine. I might need my bonus action. So, okay, so 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 50, 55, 60, 70 lands me here, right?
Yep.
And as a bonus action, I'm gonna turn the boomstick on. But I'm gonna hold it behind my back so he can't see it.
All right. So you're pushing the button.
Pushing the button.
Beep. Beep.
Of course it's
Beep.
loud.
His attention is drawn to you. What is that incessant racket?
It's my alarm clock. I need to take my meds.
Shocker. Unhealthy bloodline.
Antipsychotics.
I said what I said. Is that all of your action economy?
That is I dashed.
So
And was it
action. So your object interaction was to pull out the thing. The bonus action was to. Did you take the potion?
I did not take the potion.
Okay.
I turned on the device with my bonus action, and I used my oh, I guess I technically have one more action left, right?
So you didn't take the healing potion out of his bag. Is that correct?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No.
Didn't you take a potion of speed?
Yeah, that was my other action. It was the potion of speed. And I dashed, so that
Yep.
would take up action.
2
Yeah.
actions.
I'm all out of economy.
You still have your bonus action then. Oh no, to push the button. Never
Click
mind.
the button, yeah.
Yeah, push the button. Yeah, I'm good.
He gets to there. Tam going to use a legendary action. Ash. Wisdom save.
Oh dear.
Are you immune to being frightened?
Frightened, grappled. No, not grappled.
Immune or advantage?
Immune. And because I'm raging, bludgeoning and piercing, and because my thingamajiggers, I can't be grappled or
Oh, sorry, it's not fear, it's paralyzed.
yeah, I can't be because of my
Okay.
set piece.
He looks at you. So, I'm still curious, what is that device? And you see his eyes go wide, and the darkness in his eyes, it's almost soul swallowing. However, you feel almost like your god's hand is on your shoulder, telling you you will be fine. Strange. Immune to that, are we?
Can I pretend that I'm not immune
Oh.
as a reaction?
Okay. I'm gonna say this is a performance.
Okay. 24? Did a 24 make it?
Give me an insight.
25?
He laughs. Well, you're almost as bad of an actor as you are at being a hero, you know. He rolled a nat 20 for a total of 28 on his insight.
God damn it.
Phoenix.
Wait. I get advantage on performance because I'm a gladiator.
Then roll it.
28. It meets, it beats.
Yeah, he's the one rolling to beat yours, though.
No.
So yes, it meets, it does beat. Phoenix, as you take Cerelion's hand.
Saren Ray.
Saren Ray's hand, sorry. The energy pulses into you in waves. At first, it's a little uncomfortable. Then with each pulse of radiance, yeah, I fucking knew somebody was gonna have something to say about that. Way to ruin the moment, guys. Goddamn. As it starts uncomfortable and then it becomes painful. You find yourself screaming, but even through your closed eyes, the brightness grows and grows till finally the pain subsides. You open your eyes. Saren Ray is gone. You feel strange, different. And you hear in your mind a weak voice. Last of my power. I will send you to the new world. And just like that, you appear somewhere new. However, though still feeling strange, you reach out to your god, Saren Ray, to ask what you should do now. And you get no response. Your hand and foot wraps, your clothes, they are clean. No blood, no dirt. The masses in your fur from the day's battles wiped clean. You sit upon a hill in a countryside. Plains stretching out as far as you can see. No person, no buildings in sight. The death wisp moves in on Richter. Missing its attack yet again. Seeing that it looks like Richter is being handled, he decides to go towards Ash. Ash, you hear the swooping of wings, the beating of wings, sorry, around you. And you hear, dwarves are not my favorite. They're tough, but when in the pocket dimension,
Oh, speaking of pocket dimension, I have pocket ham. Would you like some?
I'm more interested in your guts. The claw misses, however, the bite does hit, which is 20 piercing and 23 necrotic. As it sinks into your shoulder, ripping a piece of your armor off. Sorry, you're not wearing armor. Ripping into the clothing you do wear, biting deep into your shoulder. 20 piercing, 23 necrotic, and the next claw attack misses as well. That is a miss on Richter. Waboo.
Wabu was sitting on a rock, and the sun goes away, and he gets very cold, and he can no longer move. There's no sun.
Are you describing what I think you're describing?
Yeah, Wabu has died.
Spoonbreaker. Would you like to share a memory?
Breaker members using the wish spell. And how useless it really was.
Spoonbreaker. Who is your god again? Let me see. Spoonbreaker. Alora. As the sounds of battle fade behind you, you find yourself floating amongst a small cloud. Without being able to see, you can hear Melora's voice calling to you through the cloud. Spoonbreaker. Follow my voice. The thunder in the clouds, much quieter than it should be. The lightning strikes. Nearly non-existent. Several of them hit you, but it feels more like static. Getting a static shock than anything else. You follow the voice through the cloud. Eventually, you come to a small cloud. Figure of a woman lying atop it, barely able to lift her arm. It is time to go to the new world. You've done all you can, but this fight is over. She meagerly tries to put her hand out for yours. Do you take it?
Yeah, I take that bitch's hand.
Man's in the presence of a god, and he's like, yeah, I'll take that bitch's hand. Good lord. As you take her hand, your body begins to convulse as her powers and her as a being transfer into your form. Your armor begins to scorch as if superheated. Your ears begin to ring as if you are inside the greatest thunderstorm you've ever experienced. In the clouds, echoing. Suddenly, it abates. And you hear, good luck, Spoonbreaker. Become a god of the new world. And suddenly you appear in the base of a mountain to what you can only assume is your south. It's a very large mountain, snow-capped. But to your north, east, and west, you find... Sorry, your north and west. You find what seems to be a massive forest. Trees with spikes inches long all over its bark. Some kind of growth hanging from the branches, having a massive horde of what almost looks like some sort of fruit. However, the fruit itself also has large spikes on it. You hear crack echo through the forest. And what sounds like multiple, almost like arrows, hundreds of them, hitting trees and bushes around you. To the east, you see a sea. As far as the eye can see. Clouds roll overhead. Thunders, lightning strikes, and it begins to downpour. Sulamine, you're up.
Sorry, Richter.
Do your worst.
I don't know if you want to say that. He hits pretty hard, bro.
I was gonna say that's pretty bad. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's his first of 3. Actually, you're the one concentrating on haste. Give me a con save.
Can he not drop it at will?
Let's see if he holds it first, and then we will we'll get to that.
Oh, I'm on my page. Oh, my name is selected as Wabu.
16.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
you hold on, but it takes you a moment as you look at this arrow that is buried in your leg. You look up to see Suleiman knocking another arrow.
Yeah, can I drop concentration on
You
it?
may.
Okay, I'm going to.
Suleiman.
Do I
Suddenly
then become sluggish, or what's the phrase?
lethargic, yes. You're unable to take any more action.
Oh, darn.
Oopsie.
Man's acting like that wasn't my plan the whole fucking time.
What? Oh,
Yeah, as he starts to knock another arrow, you immediately drop haste, stopping him in his movement. He kind of sways his head for a moment, and it kind of bobs left and right, as it's like he's suddenly exhausted.
any additional saving throw to try and break this spell, or am I still enraptured or whatever?
Dominate. Nope.
Okay.
What is wrong with you? I gave you an order.
I'm tired.
Fuck it. I will do it myself. How far are you, Richter? Hey. Oh. Richter, I need a wisdom save, please.
Richter's going to use a contingency on this, but he's going to roll. I rolled at disadvantage, but he is going to use his convergent future, which allows him to just pass it.
That your second one?
It's my first one, actually. I was going to use it, and I've been saving it this entire time as a contingency. I was going to use it on the brain juice, but didn't. But only one, and I still have one left, and I do not get exhaustion for using it until I use my second.
Okay. So, successful save, the spell ends. You're not immune to being frightened, right?
No, but I'm brave.
Okay.
So I'm resistant, not immune.
Okay. Just checking. 'Cause otherwise you'd still have it, but all right. Wretched little creature. It is now your turn.
He responds, "You're not going to take me without a fight. If we're going down, it ends like this." And Richter's going to, or it ends in thunder. And Richter's going to thunder step. He's going to move one step over. So he is going to do that.
All right, let's see it.
And he's going to do a level 8 thunder step.
Man's over here talking like he had no resources left. Damn.
This is the last one. This is it.
Hey.
I was saving this for either this or a maze.
For all the marbles.
So we have.
That's everyone within a 10-foot of me.
Yep. Con save.
Yep, and he's going to teleport right beside Ash
They all
in front
fail.
of the Dracolich.
53, 63, 67.
And Richter's going to teleport directly beside Ash, turning to the Dracolich, sending another mote of Crown of Stars at it, and saying, "Get back, you ugly fucking beast." And let me just make sure the dice are right. There's a massive crack of thunder when he thunder steps. That Crown of Stars is probably supposed to be at disadvantage because I'm right in the Dracolich's face, but
Sorry,
is
I was
huge.
muted that whole fucking time. My bad. I did a whole description and everything.
I thought we were just like chilling. The Dracolich is also huge, so I don't know if it's even or
Disadvantage.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, Ash, you turn to look as you hear a massive thunderclap. Richter disappears. Two of these death wisps disintegrate at the sound of this thunder, while the other two look weak. And the Richter appears right next to you. He immediately grabs one of the Crown of Stars motes and hurls it at the creature. 46. Okay. Is that it for you, Richter?
That's it for Richter after he is just trying to stand and is really trying to distract the Dracolich, to be frank. He's trying to taunt him.
Ash. Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how long it takes this thing to actually do its job.
That beeping sounded pretty fast.
That's true.
It's
Okay.
getting there. It's getting there.
Now the question is, should I stay here, team? I'm talking to Richter and Sulamine.
Sulamine is still under the control.
Oh, okay. So Richter then. I'm having a quiet conversation in my head with Richter, asking him, should I stay here or should I go over, like dash over to that ritual? Where do you think is the best location for, my medication timer? to finish its job.
And Richter, like player to DM, I don't recall the super specifics about the conversation about the boomstick.
The only thing she told you is it was a large explosive and you push the button.
Regardless,
was-
Ash, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
If you've got a super powerful magic user that brings things back to life and then controls them, right?
Yeah.
What do you think happens to all the things he's controlling if he dies?
They die.
So where do you think you should unleash the boomstick?
On top of Saz Tam.
Bingo.
Yeah, okay. Just checking. Okay.
Yeah, Richter was generally going to say the same as well. Like if there's no other details, and that's we just know that that's a boomstick. That's literally all we know. Richter will look towards Saz Tam after looking back from the Dracolich and give eyes and psychically say, "You know what to do," as the words of Phoenix echo in your head.
Okay. Exactly. And then I have one more question. What's this?
I mean,
dragon
I'm
fruit?
trying to just like, be your conscience without actually telling you what to do because I'm dead. So
Yeah, no. Those are good points because it was either him or I was going after the big group over there trying to do the ritual. But yeah, and then I was hoping that even if I only made it halfway to the ritual, that it would blow him up anyways. But you're right. Let's just do the right thing. And then my next question is,
yeah,
what?
because even the fucking dragon is under his control. Anything that's undead is under his control. So
Yeah. Well, what's this dragon's
or
reach?
not.
What's its what?
Reach. What's its reach? How far away can I get without inciting a attack of opportunity? Is my question. 10 feet?
Give me a
You're
nature.
holding a bomb in your hand. At this point, as close as you can get is the right answer.
Right, but I don't have.
Give me a nature.
Yeah, okay. I don't have a lot of time here. Nature. 27. I'm channeling my best Wabu.
This creature is gargantuan. It is massive. You're pretty sure you can get a little bit further away without incurring an attack of opportunity.
Okay, then I'm gonna go right up into Tazzy's face and I'm gonna swing my maul at him.
You have one hand on the trigger, do you not?
One hand on the trigger, one hand on my maul.
You can't use your maul without two hands. You know what?
I
I'll allow you, but it is at disadvantage.
If I do it recklessly, is that normal?
No, there's no way to get rid of this disadvantage. It is a two-hand weapon. You should not even be able to make the attack. I'm just going to allow it.
Okie dokie.
Strong as fuck.
22 to hit.
Doesn't matter. Neither one of them would hit. You swing and he just bats it away with his staff. Look
That's
at
fine.
you. Your friends are dead. You are weak.
I'm gonna try again. 30 to hit.
Yeah, this time you hit him in the shoulder. Get him a nice slog there. He
Okay,
kind of spins a little bit. See? Still standing. Weak.
As my hasted action, I'm gonna try one more time. 31 to hit.
You hit him in the ribs with this one.
Concentration?
Uh-huh.
Ooh, yeah. Good call.
Oh, let's see. Fail, so legendary resistance. And a fail, so legendary resistance. He holds the concentration.
Damn. Hang on. Yeah, I think that's me, boss.
All right, they had to dash to get there. The dragon breathes in. You see nothing but darkness, swirling shadows filling his mouth as he exhales. On save from Sulamine, Ash, and Richter.
And Tazzy?
No, he's immune.
Me.
Sorry. Um,
Don't fucking lie.
Ash, you succeed.
Yay.
Sulamine, are you immune to poison as well?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Sulamine, you take 64 damage, split between necrotic and poison.
I'm down.
Richter, 26 necrotic. Ash, you get to have you get 13 necrotic damage after your resistance.
Unless you're raging, then you have it again. Oh no, you only have the regular. Never mind.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Don't have do you have resistance against necrotic, Ash?
I do not.
All right, 26 then.
But I succeeded.
No, I'm just.
Sorry, that is correct. Yes, 13. Apologies.
I'm just used to the fucking bear totem.
Yep. I mean, that's what most people play.
Me.
Over here,
I mean,
sound
there's
like
nothing,
Meeker or whatever his
nothing
name is.
better at fucking like what level 3 is it? You just start having all damage while raging except for psychic. Like, come on, can't beat that.
The thing is, I've never heard anybody ask to be a Kalishtar, which has resistance to psychic. So you could literally have resistance to everything. Not once have I
But it
seen
has-
somebody want to be a Kalishtar.
What is a Kalishtar?
Kalishtar is OC content. Basically, they're like psionic race, but they're like humanoid.
Oh,
I don't know
that'd
if
be
that.
interesting.
I don't know if they have that in Mitch's world though.
I guess it would depend on if they're good for a barbarian, though, because there's other reasons that you would. No, but I guess that's a pretty solid reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sulamine, you know the drill.
Yep.
Memory.
Nah.
Aztam turns and looks at you, Ash. That incessant beeping is getting on my nerves. You mind holding this for me?
Holding what?
Oh, not much. He forms a ball of necrotic energy in his hand, and he throws it at you. I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
$36.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so you have the damage of 39, so that is, what, 19?
Hell yeah.
Richter.
Richter looks back at Saz Tam. And what does he see with Ash and the beeping and everything? What's Saz Tam doing?
Well, you see Ash's form begin to wither a little bit more. He's preparing to cast another spell.
Okay. Richter sees this and uses momentary stasis on Saz Tam.
Let's move.
His last legendary resistance.
Which he is going to use his Richter's last convergent future on, giving Richter exhaustion and auto failing you.
Sorry, wait, what?
So I don't know if this would happen before or after, so this will be up to you, but Richter planned on using his convergent future, his last one, which he gets 2 of because of his legendary set. Usually you only get 1 convergent future as a
No,
energy
I get that. Post for me.
Yep, so he's using his convergent future to try to do this. One moment. I've been saving these. I've used my chronal shifts throughout, but I have not used these convergent futures.
You are a creature you can see within 60 feet of you, makes an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. You can use your reaction to ignore the die roll and decide whether the number rolled is the minimum needed to succeed or one less than that number. Here's the thing. Legendary resistance, there is no roll. They choose to succeed.
Okay.
Rule of cool.
It
You
is
can
very
choose to
cool.
make him fail. Because he's been watching him succeed so often, he's like, I'm going to use every ounce of energy I have and take a level exhaustion to make this man fail this.
I'll double the exhaustion.
You know what? Okay. I'll allow it.
Fuck yeah.
I have 2 levels of exhaustion now.
You sure do.
Hell yeah.
Is that all you have,
And-
sir?
Richter's gonna turn and send 1 more mote at the Draco Lich and stand firm, trying to put himself between the Draco Lich
Okay.
and Ash.
Hey, Savage, does being incapacitated affect dominate person?
You're unconscious.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. Fuck me.
It's already gone, bro. You're unconscious. It's done. It's
It's all
done.
good. It's all good.
Yeah. Somehow you managed to miss this creature.
He's exhausted.
Yep. Sure is. Ash, as you see
at
this stunned form before you. Beep, 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 beep. It is getting steadily quicker. What do you want to do?
2 words. Prison pocket.
What?
Ant-Man, this motherfucker.
Wow.
How tall is he?
Probably about 5'10".
How far is his rectum from the floor?
um, well, the first thing I would like to do is, as a bonus action, I would like to cast my Storm Aura, giving myself, Richter, and Sulamine 15 temporary hit points. And I would like the dragon to make a saving throw, please.
It's a fail.
So his speed has been reduced to 0.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. And then I am going to
It'll be fun when they find out none of this turn matters.
I am
Bloody
going to
blow.
give Tazzy Taz here a hug.
Fuck yeah. Grapple his ass.
Sure.
I'm grappling him, I'm hugging him, and yeah, 100% just all in. I'm going to tell him how much of a good necromancer he is. I'm going to positive reinforce him with my other spare action.
Hey, Richter. Unless
Yes.
the saving throw is success, the creature is encased in a field of magical energy.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah, because your shit's about to blow.
It says something about unless it takes damage, doesn't it? So he can still take damage.
It's just like it's like a force field. He can still take damage.
Uh-huh.
Until the end of your next turn or until its creature
Uh-huh.
takes any damage.
Uh-huh. Ash. You hug him.
Ooh. Yes. I do hug him. Wait. Can I with my other action, can I stab him?
What? Were you
I was going to force him to take damage.
Why would you want him to take damage?
Guys, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Trust me. It does not matter.
Okay. So I'm just
Babble
gonna
them.
I'm just gonna hug him then.
As you hug him. Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, can I say one thing to him before it blows up?
Sure. What do you got?
Fuck it. I don't care what size the room is. I cast fireball.
Nice.
He kind of like seems very confused. And as the beeping gets quicker and quicker, it gives one long beep. It explodes.
Yes.
In about 1 millisecond. The entire room is brighter than a sun. You begin to feel the pain in your hand, Ash. And as you're about to be completely disintegrated into nothing, you find your god, which I believe is...
The goddess of change. and
Yeah,
luck.
Avandra. Avandra stands before you on a path. The same one you've seen before. The storm in the distance, or that was in the distance before, is now all around you. The trees to the side of the path have rotted. It is time for a new journey. Will you go with me? And she reaches out a hand.
Will Bethany be there?
Give me an insight.
$22.
Nah, baby, she dead.
Bro, don't ruin this. Like, Jesus. You see a look of sadness upon her face. I'm sorry. I can only take one.
Ash will nod solemnly. But it's time for change, so I will grab her hand.
What race were you originally?
I was a Goliath.
That's what I thought. You suddenly appear in a frozen tundra. You hear the voice. I've done all I can. It is up to you now. Instill the teachings in others. And with that, you feel your God fade into nothing. You look around, though, the wind blows. In the distance, you see a small herd of fuck. What kind of herds are in the tundra?
Giant
Elk.
herd of fuck.
Elk.
Sure, elk, yeah, polar bears, whatever.
My fucks are like a herd of bison. I
Oh
don't
my
got
God!
none left.
Shut up! Jesus Christ! Fuck me! I'm trying to make a moment here. See a herd of elk in the distance. The wind blowing. Snow going almost sideways. If you look down at your feet, you see something is different. You seem farther from the ground than you have been.
I'd like to rejoice in my new height. I'm a Goliath again.
Jerry,
And your boobies are back.
Woohoo!
But your dong's gone.
Ah, I missed my toy.
Yep.
I do have a really large iron horn in my bag, though, so you know, I could outfit if I had to.
can I please get through the fucking epilogue? My God! Fuck it! Everybody dies! Jesus!
Actually, can I take half damage from evasion from the big bomb?
Sure, you only take about 9,000 damage then.
Outstanding, thank you.
All right.
You gotta use shield, bro.
Okay, seriously.
yeah,
Can,
cool.
It took me.
guys,
It took me a second.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
can we please get through this? This is the epilogue. This is the end of a 6-year campaign here, all right? Please. All right. You find yourself, Ash, on the tundra, elk. Spoonbreaker, you found yourself in a forest. However, you also realize there's something different about yourself. Copper scales seem to cover your body. And yes, a fucking cock.
Nice.
Hold on, I'm looking for something quickly.
We just don't want the story to end.
Exactly. Let's
We
go on.
wake up. We've been sleeping in our beds this whole time.
Sulamine, you find yourself. Sorry, who was your god, sir? Yours
Brilliant.
was Brilliant. Ah, nature's beauty, right. You find yourself in a forest. Brilliant, surrounded by massive trees. Leaning against one. Its frailty showing evidently. He looks at you. Huh. My beautiful creation. The world has been irreparably damaged. There is no beauty left, only death. But there is another place. You will take my hand. I will take you there.
I'll take his hand.
He disappears as you do. And you suddenly find yourself amongst a massive tree, thousands of feet tall. The trunk alone dwarfs any tree you have ever seen. And as you look up, you feel light. Like you're where you belong. Richter. You appear on what seems to be plains. Hills form around you, many of which trees with red leaves hang upon. You reach the top of one hill. And Ayun stands there. This is where I will send you, should you choose to go. You will be the embodiment of magic. I ask that you safeguard it. The world has no magic yet, but with your help, it can be built. She puts her hand out. Will you go?
Richter looks around, kind of left and right, and looks forward at Ayun and says, "I will go," and puts his hand out and grasps it. Yeah, but he looks sad.
She vanishes, and you stay exactly where you are. And immediately, you begin to see something no mortal being should see. You see the lines of the ley lines through the land. You see the potential for magic. You have the knowledge.
Richter would have asked one more question if he could, before, like, as this was happening, as he looked around. He just asked what became of Saz Tam.
He is no longer a threat.
And the sad look on his face will even out a little bit as he grabs his hand.
As the voice of Ayun begins to fade in your mind, you hear some magics should be kept from hands of the unworthy. And with that, you feel the connection to Ayun disappear. I'm going to put you guys on the map
One
where
quick
you
thing.
landed.
Did Wabu talk to his god?
Yeah, we're not going to bother covering that.
No, but did he?
Sure.
Okay.
You said I was on a mountain.
I'm just putting you in the country. There's mountains in the fucking country.
Put me on the fucking mountains then.
Jesus fuck. Right there, all right? God damn.
Shouldn't Ash be in no man's land? In the nomads?
You're in
You
Iceland,
Where is she?
very top.
up north.
Oh, there's ice there too. Okay, I see.
You've all landed in separate areas of this new world. Over time, you learn the world is called Nafarine.
Where's Spoonbreaker? I don't see him.
Bottom right.
Oh, there he is. Sorry.
You've all landed in lands amongst people of your type. You found out over the next decades many things. That you were not the only ones to make it through. There were many others from other realms, other worlds, other planes of existence. However, a mass incursion does not come without its difficulties. The area known as Zarendagon, populated once by elves, is now mostly such creatures as orcs, minotaurs, goblins, creatures of the Feywild escaping the devastation. Find more Deuce on the left side, Cofferville on the bottom left, and Placipatur near the upper left are one of the only places where everyone is easily welcome. Elves, gnomes, dwarves, humans, halflings, you name it. And each place has its own features, its own culture. However, unfortunately, Cofferville suffered the worst. Cofferville became a year-round eternal war. Portals from the hells began to open. Celestials having the exact same notion. Now they constantly fight. The Aasimar and the Tieflings, trying to keep the hell at bay, and the Celestials from a racial genocide. Most of the Dragonborn live in Darathia, with the trees that explode, sending needles and seeds in all directions at more than 300 miles per hour. Dangerous land to live. The dwarves controlling Aelig, and the elves controlling Ithir Thorville. Both vying for control of Duneveld, until other creatures such as Loxodon came in to bring peace to the area. Valentia, where Phoenix landed. You will find Leonins and Tabaxi reigning, constantly at war with Urogo. Though the class systems are the same in both.
What's a Durogo?
Take a guess.
I have no idea.
Valentia and
Oh,
Augo,
sorry. Okay. Yeah, I see it on the map now. My bad.
the Duragans. They are the dog people.
Gotcha.
Though the class systems are similar, it does not stop the hate. Wars break out quite often, fighting over this mountain pass that connect the two. The Goliaths, though small, have been given free rein as long as they go through the mountains. They have access to the entire northern area over Valentia and Durago. However, raids from some of the Goliaths camps upon the peoples of Durago and Valentia have often brought a three-way war. Placipatur, a land of spirits, whether elemental, animal, or people. Most of the forest is off limits unless you are participating in the spirit binding ritual when you come of age. Down in Primordius, the primordial elements hold sway over the people. The Genasi, made up of all kinds peoples, excuse me, try to keep the primordial fire elemental in its plane of existence as it constantly tries to escape. And Ban Saltuk, slavery at its finest. The more kind races of reptilian nature are kept there by the Wanti and the lizard folk. The specific island where they are kept is simply called Food Island. That's where Wabu ended up. Most of you never saw each other again. However, over the course of your lives, you've heard stories. Wabu eventually died, trying to start a revolution to free the Turtles and the Grung from their captivity, to be used as slaves and food. Richter, you began to teach magic. You erected towers, schools for wizardry. However, always remembering your brother's loss, you became obsessed with time. You used the ley lines to create a crystalline forest, believing that between your magic and your artificer gifts, you could find a way to change the past, stop it all from happening, maybe even bring your brother back. One day you went into the crystalline forest and disappeared. Nobody knows why or how, but people know to stay away from that forest. Touching the wrong crystal can send you somewhere. They don't know where. But you, Richter, you know. Touching the wrong crystal can mean you become a child. You may get old and die in a matter of seconds. You could be sent thousands or millions of years into the past. You can be sent thousands or millions of years into the future. The amount of people who've been lost in this forest and never appeared are uncountable.
Nice.
Spoonbreaker. You found your people, the Dragonborn, worshipping dragons as if they were gods, serving them, doing their bidding. Some were good, some were bad, but the dragons always at war with one another. You found yourself to be a hero amongst the people, albeit a little bit strange. You were able to free your people from serving dragons, making it a choice, not a must. Many people still do, but now they choose to. However, the problem comes when the more evil of the kind force Dragonborn of all colors into their service, leaving the good dragons in a weaker position. Fires, acid pools, frozen wastelands, all exist here. Sulamine, you, having arrived around the same time as the desert-like creatures, the Loxodon and others who decided to make the desert between Ithir Thorville and Alec their home, were caught in the middle of the war between the dwarves and the elves. But you helped broker the peace. Though the peace is tenuous, trade routes have opened from all three. And both the elves and the dwarves use the ports in Duineveld to open new trade routes with much of the world. And this, Ash, your people in Frosheim were always nomadic, raiding down into Flantia and Drogo and Agudalan. Warring amongst each other. But at least for a time, you've united them. When you pass, maybe things will go back the way they were. Vying for power, land, scarce resources. But at least for the moment, you've united them, brought them peace, and began trades with the countries you used to raid. Sorry, with where your people used to raid.
Awesome.
There are a few other places amongst here, such as the Feather Isles. The creation of the ability to use magic. Having been new in this world, the Feather Isles have been home to the Kenku and the Aarakocra. However, while the ley lines were being created and used, a catastrophe happened, and much of the massive island suddenly ripped apart and rose into the sky. It was not long before the Aarakocra began to use the higher floating islands for themselves, keeping the Kenku down in the swampy areas below, thinking themselves greater. An uprising is always brewing. But the Kenku are having to learn a different way to get to the top, as they can't fly. Benogleen, an area mostly made of gnomes, have found a way to harness the soul. For a cost, a creature can head to the main city, Thimble Makana. On their deathbed, their biggest export is, I can't remember what I called them, but it's basically Warforged. They will remove your soul from your body, place it into a magical and mechanical creature. Allowing you to live on. There are rules to it, and a cost. But these Warforged are also the guardians of this country. The more you pay, the less time you have to spend in the military. The less you pay, the more time you spend defending the country. Once your time is up, you are allowed to live your life how you wish, go where you wish. Most do not have war with Benogleen, as they are one of the richer countries. And who wants to piss off the people that can make you live forever? Eventually, you all fade in memory, though what you have done lives on. Over several thousand years, you each naturally rise to godhood through no magic means, no destruction, no carnage, but the simple fact that the people's lives you touched, led, and saved over your time on Nephrine believed in your messages. And this is where our story ends.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Standing ovation. That was sick. We're gods now. Cheers,
That was
dude. That was
ending.
sick, man.
Oh,
I wish we could have. I mean, hey, we blew that fucker up. We didn't get snubbed. But
was
goddamn.
close to letting
Yeah,
that go because I only had 15 hit points left at the end, and I'm like, this better fucking blow up, or else we're gonna need a plan B.
oh, it's so good. At least we know that that motherfucker ain't coming. But hell yeah.
I'm
Holy
glad you
shit.
guys enjoyed it. I'm
Very
glad
much.
you guys liked
Yeah.
it.
Fuck
There's
yeah,
been some-
GG.
Honestly, like, this game has had so much fun and shenanigans. Thanks for bringing me in halfway through.
No
Looking at it
problem.
over the years, I'm not the new guy anymore. I'm like halfway in the middle, but not OG.
I mean, there's definitely no new guys anymore.
No, it's true.
Everybody here's been here long enough.
All OGs. Hell yeah.
Indeed.
But I just mean you and Ash do have a lot more early game history. Like I came in right when we were transitioning with Con and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was here the longest.
Yep, you were.
Yeah.
You were the last original member.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude! You're an OG, dude. What?
Well, I don't think I was original. I think
Yes,
I
you were.
came in like a few levels in because I started in Lost Mines.
That was a different game.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think I started in both.
Yeah, you did. You were in both.
Did I?
Yep.
Right from yeah.
You
all right.
started in both, and then you had to skip out because your work schedule changed. So you
Right,
took
and
like
then I
6
came
months
back.
or a year off or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. That's right.
Yeah, I'm glad y'all came. I'm glad y'all had fun. I'm glad y'all let me get through that fucking epilogue.
Hey, yeah, no disrespect. I about joking around. It's just like it's so fun to joke with the group. I've always enjoyed the goofiness of the group, even though we serious and we kick fucking ass. Like I can't believe some of the damage that Phoenix and Ash bump out. Same with you, Suleiman. Jesus Christ. Like I picked a wizard and I was like, I'm gonna disintegrate people, and you guys are doing like fucking 300 damage, bashing skulls.
Yeah.
Same with you, Suleiman. Jesus Christ, or Spoonbreaker. Jesus Christ.
You guys are freaking holding it down while I was fumbling around in the back of my dick, dude. Trying to
Well,
figure
you're
out what's
chain
going
lightning
on.
motherfuckers. I'm just like, well, I'll disintegrate and roll terrible. But hell yeah, there's been some great fucking times.
All
We
right.
pulled that one out of our ass. You know what we should have done at the last second though? Is put a fucking bag of holding in a bag of holding.
Nice.
That's actually the way it should have ended.
I would have murdered all of you.
As soon as we arrive in the gods are just like, no, your souls are dead.
Your soul is mine.
All right, I'm gonna outro the stream real quick though. I'll be back in a minute.
Awesome.
Oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of our 6-year Wildemount campaign. It was dark, it was gritty, it was deadly, but most of all, it was fun. We had a lot of ups and downs, but I think it all worked out in the end. I think possibly starting soon, I'm going to be world building for my new world of Nafarine. I hope to see you there. And remember, everybody, be savage or go the fuck home.